The United Nations has this great convening power. I think everyone feels equal there, so no one is pressured. And once you reach agreement in the United Nations, it is something that is agreed by the entire world community. It's not pushed by any one government. And many of the issues that we now take for granted started as discussion points in the United Nations, including the Convention on Human Rights. The whole concept of human rights started right at the beginning of the United Nations, and then it resulted in all the nations coming together and agreeing on an international convention of human rights, which still stands until today, absolutely applicable and very relevant. Not that everybody has, implemented it, but it's still relevant. The whole issue of population came from the United Nations, the numbers and bringing attention to the numbers, and the fact that there was inequality started in the United Nations first as just research and discussion issues, but later for action. The issue of environment has come from the United Nations. It's still a very controversial issue, but it started in the United Nations and it resulted in the International Conference on the Environment. And nations did come together, forged an agreement. Unfortunately, the agreements have not all been not ratified by all the countries, and certainly the conventions on the various aspects of how to address the environment have not been fully implemented. But they came from the United Nations. And the fact that they came from the United Nations carries a special weight in all of the countries.